Hi guys, Overarch here, and today I have some quick building tips for you for Fortnite. So learning to shoot people in the face in Fortnite is actually pretty easy. For most new players, learning to build is going to be the difficult part of the learning curve. And the difference between a good builder and a bad builder is massive. Building is the #1 thing that separates very skillful players from just okay players. So let's get into it. The first is that you should try to gather resources on the go. So basically, you never want to be just sitting there. If you're moving past someone, unless you suspect somebody else is nearby, keep your pickaxe in hand, take swing at objects. Basically, everything you see, except for the ground, can be destroyed. So hit furniture, hit walls as you move through. A lot of times, if I'm running next to a fence, I'll be swinging at the fence. Keep in mind, this does make you a little bit more obvious to anyone that's watching, though, so kind of a mixed bag. Number 2, and this is the most important one, is to remap your building keys. So I actually have them mapped to mouse 1 and mouse, or not mouse 1 and mouse 2, but my mouse thumb button 1 and mouse thumb button 2. And that lets me very quickly build walls and ramps, which are pretty much the most important things you're going to have to build. If you actually watch like really good streamers such as Ninja or Myth playing the game, you will notice that they are incredibly quick in building their stuff. So it's just, you can't do that with normal key bindings because you're going to have to be moving off of the W, A, S, and D. To do that, I recommend you bind it to, if your mouse has thumb buttons, do that. You can bind it to mouse 3. You can bind it to whatever. Just rebind it because it's not possible with the default mapping. Next up is to always remember that height wins battles. Whoever has a height advantage has a huge advantage because they can peek out, shoot, run back, heal, peek out, shoot. You know, high ground is everything. So if you're going to attack somebody, if someone's trying to attack you, build up. The first thing I do whenever I see somebody coming at me is I build up. I want to get above them so I can shoot down on them and they have to shoot up at me and I can use my cover. It's also great for jumping down onto them. Another thing that you can do is you can use ramps for cover in open areas. So if you build a wall and then a ramp, they'll have to shoot through the wall before they can get to the ramp and actually start hitting what you're standing under. So that makes ramps the best thing for cover. Next is you should learn to very quickly build what's basically called a recon fort. So that's just a tower, and every level you put a ramp, and then you jump up, place a floor underneath you, and then another ramp, and then jump up, place a floor, and you just build this basically single block wide tower up. And that lets you get a great view of the surrounding area so you can see what's going on and hopefully spot enemies before they spot you. Keep in mind, this does make you quite a big target, though, as when people see you building this tower, they're going to know where you're at. And this last tip is pretty important. You can build to break your fall. So what I do is whenever I'm sliding down a cliff, I will place floors underneath me every probably 5 or 6 blocks that I fall. And by placing these floors, I am continually breaking my fall, and I won't take any fall damage sliding down the mountain. As always, guys, let me know if you have your own building tips down in the comment section below. I hope these tips help you improve your Fortnite game a little bit, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.